Okay, good morning, guys. How are you? It's good to see you guys. Oh, what a lovely Monday morning. What? Is Monday, Abby? It's Monday, Abby. Yeah, it's Monday. Okay. All right. So it's good to have you guys. Good morning. Yesterday, I started talking about money in the game of company, and I was using two particular approach. And before yesterday, it was about the game of discipline. And I explained to you how discipline is simply asking your body to align with what is good for you. You being the spirit that has a soul who lives in that body. So what you are asking your body to do is to follow up with what you have desired, as designed as good or as excellent for you. That's discipline. And when you do that every day, you are a disciplined person. Every time you decide not to raise your voice, when other people are raising their voice, that's discipline. Every time you convert energy, bad energy into good energy, that's discipline, because when somebody shouts at you, the average response is to shout back at the person. So when you are driving and somebody curses at you and then you decide not to curse back at the person, that is discipline. That is you telling your body, you don't do like that. We don't do like that here. Here, we are great people. Here, we convert energy. Here, we are focused. Here, we do what is good for us. Here, we align with the character that we have designed for ourselves. Okay, so that's discipline. Yesterday, I started talking about company. And I mentioned two approaches. At some point, the network was a bit bad, so I was not sure that you got me. So I'm going to, of course, do a repeat of myself this morning and do a quick recap. Okay, so what we are supposed to discuss this morning will probably come in the evening. Okay, since I'm going to spend this time to do a recap of yesterday, today's live or podcast will come in the evening. Okay, say 7 p.m. All right, so this is it, and it's very, very simple. I'm using two approaches. Money is the game of company. Money is the game of company. First of all, you must understand that man is a social being. Okay, that is why we don't just drop from the sky. You notice that everybody is born into a family under normal circumstances. Even people that are not born into a family, you have to find family for them. People have to have mothers and fathers. People have to have relatives. People have to have grandmother and grandfather. The love that you have gotten from your grandparents are totally different from the ones that you've gotten from your parents. Totally, absolutely different. And they all have their places. So that tells you that man is a being of company. Company as per the people who you are with or the people who are with you. Okay? So company is both. It is people you are with and the people that are with you. So you may be with people who are not with you, or people may be with you and you are not with them. The idea is to make sure that you are not at dissonance, that you are with people who want to be with you and then you are with people who are with you. So the goal here is that if you apply two approaches, which is what I'm going to explain shortly. The first approach, for example, being the approach of birds that travel long distances. Birds, some particular species of birds used to travel long distances because they migrate. Migrate to go and give birth, sometimes to go and lay eggs and hatch, sometimes migrate because of seasons. But the point is, some particular birds migrate. That means that they travel far. Not like other birds that just travel around their house to look for what to eat and then come back to the house. No, I'm not talking about those birds. I'm talking about birds that will fly far. Which means that if you are a person who wants to go far in life, you have to pay attention to the principle of going far. I explained yesterday that flight is the fluidest, smoothest, most respected form of movement. Okay, because it is perceived to have the least encumbrances. However, not anything can fly. Not everybody will fly. Everybody can fly. Everybody should fly, but not everybody will fly. Now, are you going to fly? That's fine. A chicken can fly. Do you know that? A chicken can fly. But a chicken cannot fly as high and as far. Okay? Alright, so eagles actually fly high, but you have birds that fly far. The idea is that you must be able to understand what makes a person to go far in life. And it is a game of company, because if you say go alone, go fast, go together, go farther. Okay, go alone, go fast, go together, go far. So the point is, what is the point of going fast only for you to go 100 meters when you could go far, 100 kilometers, 100,000 kilometers? Okay, now that is history. That is history. If you walk from your street to your house, you won't make the news. But the man who walked from Lagos to Abuja for Buhari that time made the news, which means that far is more. Whether you like it or not, far is more. And this is very, very simple, and this is is a simple logic. So if you must go far in life, you need company. So I'm going to be drawing an example from the V formation of birds, which is something that you can actually, study. But the idea is that birds that fly far always fly in V formation. If you have seen birds flying together in the sky, you notice that they're always in a V formation. There's always one in front, like an arrowhead formation. Exactly, like an arrowhead formation. Okay? Yeah. So I'm using that approach. And then I'm using another approach that says that if you join 5 people, you become the 6th of them. For example, if you join 5 people who are making 1 million naira every month, for example, you will also become the 6th person who will be making 1 million naira every month. So if you are wondering what your earnings are right now, you're wondering why your earnings are what it is because your 5 closest friends, you are earning the average of what they are earning. So if you have 5 friends, add whatever they are earning together, divide it by 5, you will see your own allowances or your own salary or your own whatever there. Everything you make in a month, you see it there. So I'm putting those 2 approaches together to explain to you how money is a game of company. Okay? Because whether you like it or not, because you're social, it means that you are going to have to work with people. One of the things that people do for you, one of the things that your company does for you is that your company makes things easy for you. Your company motivates you. Your company gives you something to leverage on. If I have 3 close friends, and one of them was really close to Dangote, for example, it's going to become very easy for me to be close to Dangote. Because now they can just think, okay, so because I know this guy, and he's good, and he says that this person is his close friends, okay, so they are most likely alike, birds of the same feather, they flock together. So if this guy has integrity, his friend has integrity. Especially when my friend says, I've been his friend for 15 years, for example, or I've been his friend for 8 years, for example. Alright, so that should tell you point blank, categorically, that the game of money is the game of company. Now, the challenge here is that people feel, oh, okay, so what am I going to do about that? So what am I going to do about that? Okay, so you don't choose your friends. Of course, you choose your friends. It's family that you don't choose, for example, but you choose your friend. Sometimes you grow, and then you realize that the kind of friend that you have is not the kind of friend that you have because you have grown, because you have read a book that your friend has not read, because you have seen principles that your friend has not seen. It is time to move forward, not with fight. People can still be your acquaintances. People can still be you can still be civil with people. It does not mean that they have to be your friends. No way. It does not have to be. It does not have to be that they have to be your friend. So what you will realize is that it is very, very important for you. What you will realize that it's very important for you to choose your company wisely. What you realize that it is better for you to choose your company wisely, because if you do not choose your company wisely, you will have poor results. If you do not choose your company wisely, you will have stupid results. The kind of result that you cannot brag about, the kind of result that will not take you anywhere, the kind of result that you cannot write them about. It's a simple approach. It's a simple approach. Imagine that you have fathers and mothers who root for you and love you. So, do you have friends that you can confidently take home and introduce and say, mommy or daddy, this is my friend. My friend is so. He is the so of so and so, or this is what he does. Do you have such friends? You can have such friends at any kind of level. You don't have to be old before you can have such friends. Okay, because the idea is that from the V formation of birds, what happens is that when birds fly in formation, the one in front is the one that faces the toughest or highest drag. That's the friction that you feel with air. Now, when that first bird flaps his wings, he overcomes that drag. It overcomes that drag, and what happens is that it creates a wave motion that naturally, because of the way waves work, will just lift the birds behind it. It will leave the birds behind it. So what happens when you see birds flying information like that? What you don't understand is that the one in front is the one that is doing the most work, creating waves for the other birds to soar upon. That is why what usually happens is that after a while, the bird in front will move back, and another bird will take the front position and face the drag. And then when the other birds get tired too, another bird will also move into front. Can you see what the brilliant idea is? That is what the company of your friends do for you. So it is possible for your friend to be challenging or be creating or be pioneering a particular way. The idea is that once your friend pioneers that way, it makes leverage for you. When you have that leverage, you're also able to pioneer other places so that your own friends you can also leverage. Imagine that you do that with 5 good friends. Imagine that you do that with good 10 friends whose head are correct. That is how it is possible for 5 friends to take over the industry in Nigeria. Any industry. Any industry. Name the industry. If you 5 friends, do you remember what happened with GT Bank and 5 friends who came together and said, let us have a bank? Do you remember their story? Of course, you know GT Bank right now. Those were guys in their 30s, late 20s, early 30s. Go and read their story. That is why company is important, because only you, it may be difficult for only you to close after work, for example, and face your style also. It may be difficult because it requires a lot of motivation, it requires a lot of discipline. Company is the shortcut to motivation. Company is the shortcut to discipline, because the story was that every time when they closed, they all gathered together and work on their idea. So it was easy for 5 people to work on an idea than one person to work on an idea. You must understand that secret, and you must go and find like minds, people who have the same kind of fire that burns inside of you. You want to take over the world, you need friends, you need company, you need good company, you need a great company. You need a great company. It is great people that build great business, not great ideas. Great people build great business. Great ideas don't translate to great businesses. In fact, if you take a great person, you give him a mediocre idea, it will still turn out to be a great business. Ask Twitter. The goal is simple. You know where you're going. Find like minds. If you find like minds, you get the result faster, you'll be earlier for it, and you form lasting bond, things that most people lack when they grow old, because they don't have anybody to exchange their history with or talk to. People who have company live longer than people who do not have company. Find your company. The task is simple. Find out what you're doing now. Write out what you're doing right now, or what you want to do. Describe the character of the kind of friends that you need, and be on the lookout for them, because the way it is that the universe always provides. God always provides. There's abundance, there's surplus. You may be the one who cannot see it because of perception, but if you write it out, then you will be able to see it. Thank you very much. So nice to be with you. I'm rooting for you. I'm particularly interested in your success. See you in the evening. Bye.